Hey guys, it's Izzy here, and today I'm going to be filming a very special video and a very cool video, my favorite reads of 2018. So basically, this is a list of the favorite books that I read this year, whether they've come out this year or they haven't. I just am going to put them in a random order. This isn't chronologically, not chronologically. This isn't like least to most favorite. It's just randomized. I'm just doing them randomly. So yeah, let's just jump right into the video. First of all, if the lighting is bad, I'm sorry, but yeah, this is a good one. This is such a hard video for me to film because I read so many good books this year. A lot of great books came out this year, and I read so many good books this year. So this is going to be very hard, but let's just making this list was very hard. That's what I'm trying to say. Words. I can't speak English. Let's just get into the video. The first book I'm going to show you guys is Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. I almost said Philosopher's Stone because I'm low-key British. I feel like a part of me, I feel like a part of my family is from England because I understand English terms more than American terms. It's kind of weird. But anyways, Sorcerer's Stone by J.K. Rowling. I could literally show you the whole entire series, but I can't hold all the books at the same time because that's hard. But so I'm just showing you Sorcerer's Stone. And if I did have to choose a favorite, I don't think it would be Sorcerer's Stone. I don't know. I love all of them equally. Actually, I don't really know whether that's true or not, but I just love them all so much. Oh my god, this is an incredible story. You know how I feel about this. Read the series, basically. If you don't know what this is, first of all, are you living under a hole, under a rock? That's the term. Are you from the 1920s and you're just time traveling to the present? I don't know, but whatever. Boy named Harry figures out he's a wizard, and then he goes to this weird wizarding and witchcraft school called Hogwarts and goes on a wild adventure, and he's the boy who lived, and he's got a weird scar on his forehead. So yeah, definitely go check this out. Give it a try. Like, even if you don't like it, I don't know, see Hearst Child or watch the movies. I don't know, something. Just read the first book at least. This summer was actually the time when I first read this series, and it was such an amazing experience. And already being on social media and having emotionally prepared myself for a few things that I already knew was going to happen in the series, I was just here for it. And Fantastic Beasts is also amazing. I need to get the screenplays for Crimes of Grindelwald and the first movie, and I don't know where that came from, but the story is just amazing. This universe is so amazing, and it feels so real, which is so great. In February, for February break, I'm going to Florida, and we're going to, this hair, we're going to the Wizarding World. Ooh, I'm excited for that. I'm going to buy all the merch, just saying. The next series that I'm going to talk about is the How to Train Your Dragon series by Cressida Cowell. This is very different from the movies, even though it says the original book, now a major motion picture. It's very misleading. You think, oh yeah, it's somewhat like the book. No, it's nothing like the book. The book is about, it has like most of the same characters in the book that are in the movies, but it's about this boy named Hiccup. He's going to get a dragon. So the big difference between the movies and the books, the dragons aren't exactly friends with the humans, but like the dragons are basically the human slaves, and they get their food, and they compete in these kind of competitions and stuff with the dragons, and to see whose dragon human pairing is the best. At least that's what I think is happening in the first book. In the movies, Hiccup befriends this big dragon named Toothless, and the dragons and the humans are at war. And the story's about Hiccup and Toothless changing the minds of all these people, thinking that like dragons and humans can't be friends and they can't, live together properly. But I think that this is such an interesting story. It's such a cute story. It's such a funny story. Even though it's geared towards like little boys, I enjoyed it. And I'm like 15-year-old girl that should be reading freaking Twilight. And I have Twilight, but I don't want to read it. I'd rather read this. this book series is basically Hiccup's story of being from, being this 10-year-old, I think he's 10 in the first book, or whatever, this little skinny, wimpy loser of the Harry Hougans tribe on Burke to being this huge war hero, excuse me, this huge war hero and this huge legend that everybody looks up to. And he has so many adventures in these stories, and it's just really cool. I read books. If you're wondering why I'm like coughing and sniffing and stuff, I'm recovering from a cold, and I apologize for that as well. But I read books 1, 2, and 3, and I got the rest of the books, literally the rest of the books in the series, for Christmas, and I plan on finishing it before the third movie comes out next year. Ooh, I'm scared. But yeah, this was like, oh my god, I had this weird thing when I was a child. I thought the Harry Potter books were too long, but I had the How to Train Your Dragon books. And I was just like, I love this series. This is like my Harry Potter story, like, even though they're not similar at all. This was like my thing. While everybody loved Harry Potter, I loved How to Train Your Dragon, and that's why this story is so important to me. The next book I have is Geek Karela by Ashley Poston. This is a very complex story, and I feel like, for me personally, it's very hard to explain, but basically it's about this girl named Elle. She has a stepmother and 2 stepsisters. Her father passed away a while back. And she's a huge fan of Starfield, which is kind of like Star Wars, Star Trek, and she's in the fandom. And then they're rebooting the series because there was like a movie series out. Actually, no, I take that back. TV series out, and they're rebooting the TV series. And this actor, his name is Darian, is set to play the lead male role. And she's not very happy about it, along with like the hardcore Starfield fans. And she writes about it on her blog, and he notices her, and but then they, spoiler alert, end up falling in love, and this is like a retelling of Cinderella, but it's like all about fandoms and being a fangirl, and I really appreciate the story being a fangirl and loving things like Harry Potter and How to Train Your Dragon. And I got for Christmas, oh my god, I completely forgot to mention, I got like the original 6, aha, right here. The complete saga of the original Star Wars movies for Christmas. And I am so going into this fandom whether I like it or not, okay? I'm pretty sure I will like it because, like, who doesn't? But, like, I totally relate to this. And it's such a sweet and cute story. And it's so funny and so relatable. And just read it. You'll love it. I'm pretty sure by this time you will sense a trend that I talk about the same book series over and over and over and over again. The next series that I have in this list is the Amulet series by Kazu. Still don't know how to say his freaking last name. Kabubu. I'm so sorry. Kazu Kabubu. Sure. But anyways, Kabushi. I'm sorry, bro, if you're watching this. He's not watching this. But like, oh, I'm sorry. Anyways, you guys know what this is about. Oh, I love the series. Do I even need to say anything? No, I don't. Basically, this is a graphic novel, but it feels so, it's just so interesting, the thing with like the Stone Keeper's curse and, like the powers of the stone and how there's a I can't English. How there's like, I literally just, I don't know why I'm like going crazy right now. But, interesting backstory in the first book. And then the concept of there's a living thing inside of the stone. Not a living thing, but like a spirit. I don't know. It's kind of confusing. It's not confusing, but it's hard to explain. And how Emily needs to like keep these powers. This is Emily, and this is Nav, and this, I forgot its name, but they're furries. Go read it. But it's so cool. It's such a majestic and magical world that I just love being a part of whenever I read this series. One more book that I have here, other than an honorable mention, is The Hate You Give by Angie Thomas. This is a collector's edition. This isn't like the original edition. I just got this at the bookstore and I thought it was so cool, so I had to have it. It's about this girl named Star who is the only eyewitness to her friend being shot by a white police officer. And her story of going through trial and going to the court and telling them the story. And this is about racial injustice and racial inequality, and how The Hate You Give is just such a, like, it's just sorry, I can't English. Once again, it's just such an eye-opening story, and it really means a lot to me that Angie Thomas wrote this, because now I'm an educated white person, so thank you for that. And it's such an important story to be told, and really everybody should read this because the story is just very important, even with our times today, like racial inequality. It's just it's so special, and it holds a special place in my heart. So thank you to Angie Thomas. And I haven't seen the movie, even though I really want to. I'm definitely going to do that sometime soon. The last book I'm going to talk about is Blindsided by Priscilla Cummings. Now, I remember buying this book when I was literally in the 5th grade, and I didn't get to it until summer this year. And it's about this girl named Natalie. She's 14 years old, and she has to go to a place where she's basically she's becoming blind. This is her story of becoming like permanently blind, and her learning Braille and being surrounded by the kids with the same issues as her in regards with, like, I don't know, it's pretty hard to explain because it's a pretty drawn out story, and it's like for Scholastic. It's like geared towards like elementary / middle schoolers, but I think this is also such an important story to tell, and everybody should read this because it's so sweet. And I have a blind friend. I love her so much, but I read this and I was just like, I have so much respect for people that go through this every single day. It's so heartbreaking, but all the emotions were felt in this book. And it was kind of cute in some places and funny in a few other places. And I love stories like this where it's like realistic fiction, and you just like, you get to learn a few things, and you get to laugh, and you get to love a few people and cry a little bit. It's just a really good story. I think I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars on Goodreads. If I don't, I'll definitely change it to 4 out of 5 stars because this was really good. And those are my favorite books of 2018. I'm filming this on the 26th of December, and I probably won't read any of their books this year. I'm just going to start reading the rest of the Amulet series and the How to Train Your Dragon series, since I already put those books on this list. Just gonna finish the books I got for Christmas from those 2 series, and then gonna read the rest of the books that I haven't read yet that need to be read next year, okay? So yeah, that's basically it for this video. If you liked it, give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't already. Plus, clicking the notification bell so you're notified whenever so you are notified whenever I post a new video. And leave in the comments down below what you would like me to do for my next video, and follow me on social media. It's just nope. Still can't English, what the heck. Social media is down in the description bar. Thank God. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. I can't English! Oh, what's wrong with me? Oh, I need to take a break. I filmed 2 videos today. It's already up, the one that I also filmed today. Anyways, I'll talk to you next time. Bye!